Google Doodle honors young HIV or AIDS activist Nkosi Johnson. Google honored Nkosi Johnson, born Zolani Nkosi, through their February 4 homepage Doodle. Google decorates their logo with doodles on days of cultural significance. Tuesday is important because Johnson should have turned 31 years old. He died in 2001, 4 years after his mom, at only 12 years old due to AIDS. He was diagnosed with HIV at his birth in Johannesburg, South Africa. Before his death, he was the longest surviving child born with HIV. HIV, or human immunodeficiency virus, attacks one's immune system. It was first found in 1981. The virus prohibits the body from recovering from infection or disease if it isn't treated. It can spread via contact with HIV-infected bodily fluids. HIV normally leads to AIDS, or acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, if it isn't treated. There is currently no effective HIV cure, but HIV medicine can allow people to live long lives. AIDS happens when one's immune system is already badly damaged. Someone who takes HIV medicine can stop the progression of their virus. They might never experience AIDS. However, those who don't take the medicine die around 3 years after they contract AIDS. Johnson's mother, Nontlantla Daphne Nkosi, was HIV positive. She infected him with the virus and was too sick to care for him. Gail Johnson, a public relations officer from an AIDS care center, took Johnson in. Johnson became more known when a local primary school refused him entry as a student. He was only 8 years old, but he was discriminated against for his condition. Every year, 70,000 children are born with HIV in South Africa. Lawmakers reacted to Johnson's plight, causing political rifts throughout South Africa. They enforced anti-discrimination policies to allow children to study despite their health conditions. This only supported South Africa's constitution, which forbids discrimination against medical status. The primary school eventually let Johnson be their student. However, the experience turned Johnson into an activist for children with AIDS. He and his stepmother created Nkosi's Haven, a non-governmental organization for HIV and AIDS. A year before his death, he became a keynote speaker at a conference with 10,000 people. He attended the 13th International AIDS Conference to campaign for his cause. There, he said, "Don't be afraid of us, we are all the same." 4 years after Johnson's death, the International Children's Peace Prize was established. It was created to honor Johnson's work raising awareness of AIDS. South Africa experienced great change after his death as well. They became more accepting not only of AIDS, but of Black people. For instance, the 1995 World Cup South Africa rugby team had a single Black player. Just last year, they had 12 with their first Black captain, Siya Kolisi. When Johnson died, former President Nelson Mandela said he was an example for those with HIV. He acknowledged that HIV or AIDS have led to the death of many Africans. Johnson lives on in the work of Nkosi's Haven. The NGO cares for and supports mothers, children, and orphans impacted by HIV and AIDS.